42 pouring in my cup. In the session real loud, good gas, yeah, you know we about to roll it up. Bring the bottles to the session, big tab, go ahead and just live it up. Get lit one night, after that, we can go ahead.
What's going on? What's going on? It's your boy Icon. And we here on 95 South Podcast once again. First and foremost, I want to thank God for this opportunity to be able to come on this platform and to be able to have, my partner in crime and to be able to interview these great people that we interview each and every week. So without further ado, I got my guy, I got my right-hand man. I got, Mr. Do-It-All himself, King Jacob, Mr. Personality. What's going on, Doc?
Hey, man, what's up? What's up, everybody, man? Thank you for joining in. I just got to say what I always say. It's good to be in the land of the living. We're blessed to be on this side of the dirt.
Yes, sir.
What's
yes,
up?
Sir. So introduce this young lady for us so we can get this thing cracking and get this thing going.
So, I'm a cat that don't like to mess people's name up. So I'm going to let her take the floor to introduce herself, introduce where she's from, and just to introduce to everybody in podcasting land who she is. Young lady, you have the floor.
Okay, thank you guys. One, like you said, it is a blessing to be here. I do love the invite. Thank you so much. I am Tyasia Willis. I am from Camden, Mississippi, and I am a professional basketball player. I played at Velma Jackson High School, where I graduated in 2016. I attended Pearl River Community College from 16 to 18, where I won multiple accolades, such as Player of the Week multiple times, and also I played in the All-Star game. After Pearl River, I attended Bethel University, which is in McKenzie, Tennessee, where I also broke many records, such as one having the most blocks in a single season. Also, I got the Champion of Character Award, and I also got my first ring, the SSAC Championship in 2020, which was awesome. Around that time, COVID kicked in, so we were actually headed to nationals, but due to COVID, our season was ended. But I did get my first ring there. So, and I just got back home actually last night, where I was in Santiago, Dominican Republic, and I just won a championship there as well. So it's been exciting this last month and a half or so for me. It's been awesome.
Okay. So we're gonna rewind this back a little bit, and we're gonna talk about the passion, the purpose, and the love for the game. So, upon you being young, when did you find out like this game is something that you love? You're passionate about it. There's a lot of purpose in this game. A lot of discipline. A lot of competition, and just when did you find out this is something that you wanted to do?
Well, I've been playing ball since I was 6, and I stay in Camden. That is a very, very small town. Like everybody knows everybody. Everybody is family. So, like I said, I started playing when I was 6. Coach Randy Brown, he put a ball in my hand, and since then I just knew that I wanted to play. But that was just playing like recreational ball, as in like the little city leagues and stuff of that nature. But as I grew older, especially going from elementary to middle school, that's where I began to take it serious. My 7th grade year, of course, I was captain, and that was my first year actually playing like organized basketball. So there I began to actually notice like, dang, this is all right here. This is something that I think I enjoy. So actually the beginning of my 7th grade season, I was actually playing junior varsity with the high school, which was amazing because those girls taught me, what true teammates were. They taught me leadership. They taught me discipline. So as I grew older, especially high school, I was always, the leader. I was always the captain. I was always the voice of the team. But that was kind of hard for me because going from middle school to high school and everyone is expecting me to lead, I wasn't vocal at all. I was not vocal. Taking on this whole captain role, it was something new to me, but that taught me discipline. It taught me, character and things of that nature. So I would say that basketball itself, it's more than basketball. It's more than a game. I have more than a love for the game. It has taught me so much. It has taken me so many places, and I absolutely love it.
Okay. So, what position did they first put you at? Once you got to organized ball.
I I've been playing the five. I've been playing the five my whole life. And it's crazy because as I got overseas, my position changed. Like recently in the Dominican Republic, I played point guard. And that was the first time me playing point guard forever. And that was new to me. But normally I'm definitely the post and I'm only 5'10".
Okay. I can.
Okay, so basically, being coming from a small town, because me and Jacob know all about that. Both of us come from small towns in North Carolina and South Carolina areas, respectively. So going overseas and playing in that environment, what was the biggest adjustment culture wise and just life wise trying to adjust going overseas to play?
Being homesick. When I was in Yerevan, Armenia, I got really homesick because I am the oldest of eight. I have four brothers and three sisters, and all of us are athletic. So just being away from them for that long period of time, I did tend to get homesick, but I had to remind myself, like, who you're doing this for, while you're doing it. This is what you wanted to do. This is your dream. So, and also the language barrier. It was kind of hard for me at first. It was kind of frustrating because, every basketball players have their days. Not everything is peaches and cream, especially in practice when the coach is getting on you and I already don't know what you're saying. So that can be kind of confusing. And then me being in the country, I sometimes felt alone, but that was a huge adjustment for me. And as I went to the Dominican Republic, I wasn't too much homesick. I think I'm in the process of getting used to it. It was good.
Now, coming from America, going over to these overseas countries and playing basketball with the other ladies, and we know, not to be funny, but we know ladies can be a little more cattier and a little bit more envious and jealous of each other and all that kind of stuff. So, what was there any kind of adjustment there? Was there anything in resentment for you being over there, or those type of things going on?
Well, no, not really. Maybe because this type of person I am, very loving, I'm very caring. I come off as a positive person. So anytime there was any friction on the team, because there were, we are ladies, I try to be the mediator, the positive person, well, it's gonna be okay, or this, that, and the third. But I try to handle every problem that comes to me, on the bright side, or guys look at it like this, I try to be optimistic.
Okay, so as far as the game itself on the court, did you find it more physical, less physical? What was the adjustments on the court that you had to adjust to the most on the court?
Definitely more physical overseas. Now some calls I thought sometimes some games here was kind of bad, but it's definitely way more physical overseas, and that's where your mental battle is really your mental is really going to kick in because like I said, sometimes I felt alone. And then after, like, I did have some bad games because, again, not every game is good. I did have some. And then after those bad games, I'm frustrated with myself. I'm frustrated with my teammates because, whether win, lose, or draw, it can be hard, but it's how you go through it. So I keep God first. I pray all the time. I journal. So that helps a lot.
Okay, so basically, with you being, I ain't gonna say big man, so big woman, not in that term, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
A big woman in the post or whatever over. So here in the States in the NBA, it's got kind of bad with the big man because they want the big man to be able to shoot threes and stand out there at the 3-point line. Karl Anthony Towns, not to be funny, but he won a 3-point contest last year, and I think he's
Right.
Steph Curry. So in the ladies in the female or the women's league, what do they expect y'all to be over there? Like, do they expect y'all to be that kind of versatile, big, five?
Yes.
Because I know overseas that's kind of where it started.
Yes.
Really, you know what I'm saying? So do they expect you to be that way?
You're absolutely right. Yes, they do. And then coming from America, they expect everything from you. And see, shooting threes for me is something that I had to adjust to because, like I said, I play post. So I've never really been a 3-point shooter, but going overseas and changing my position, that is something that I had to adjust to. I had to get comfortable with being, on the wing, playing the 4 and the 5, being versatile, getting to the basket, shooting the mid range, or things of that nature. But just by me being American, they expect a lot. So yeah, that comes with it.
So to make that adjustment, and just to let people know, especially young people, how many jump shots a day did you probably have to take for you to get 50?
Ooh,
You
hundreds. Hundreds. I'm talking about in the gym, morning, night, day, even like, and then that's why I have to tell young athletes too, when you don't want to do it, those are the times that you need to do it. Those were the times where champions are made. Those are the times where you push, because faith without work is dead. So you can't expect to get to these high places. You can have these dreams and that, but if you don't put in the work, you're not gonna get there. If you're not in there getting up free throws, getting up 3-point shots, shooting the mid range, if you're not doing what it takes to be there, then you're not going to get there. So you have to work. You have to work. But that's where the love and the passion comes, because with you having love and passion for the game, that's your home. Because the gym is that's my piece. You know what I'm saying? So even when I don't want to go there and I'm going there afterwards, I feel so relieved. I can go in there with everything on my mind, but after I shoot free throws or just shoot jumpers or just in there, just doing moves, I feel so relieved. I feel wonderful.
Okay. Go ahead, Jacob.
So we're gonna kind of rewind it back a little bit, and upon you transitioning from junior varsity to varsity, how was that transition for you? And upon you looking at your stats, your statistics, for your averages for that season from transition to JV to varsity, what did you average, and what did you feel like you needed to work on during the off season?
Going from middle school to high school, I kind of was nervous because I felt I was kind of like, I don't want to take nobody's spot. I don't want to step on toes. I don't want to feel like, I'm taking somebody's spot, like I said. But like my coach explained to me, Ty, the numbers are there. You're averaging a double. You know what I'm saying? You're eighth grader averaging a double. So transitioning from middle school to me, mentally it was kind of hard, at first, because I felt like, I'm only in the eighth grade. This is all new to me. As far as like high school, you have more freedom in high school. Middle school basketball is different from high school basketball. You have way more competition. I feel like at first, me coming in, it was a lot on me because, like I said, I'm only in eighth grade and I'm playing with varsity. You know what I'm saying? And I had to carry the team. And then going to the ninth grade, it kind of flowed for me because it got easier because, one, I already knew the girls. So I knew who I was playing with. That shyness kind of got out already. So basketball is really flowing because I had to get adjusted. When I first started playing varsity, it wasn't a double-double. It was probably 2 points, 4 points, 1 rebound. That's something that I had to get used to. But as I kept playing and noticed, like Tyasia, just like, play your game. This is you. Let it flow. You can't think about what other people think. You know what I'm saying? This is your piece. Once I got in that groove, then it's a double-double. I'm a double-double machine.
Okay. So, average double. Then as you were playing through high school, how now you come from a real athletic family?
Yes.
And so, and you say it's 8 of y'all.
It is. So, 4 girls and 4 boys.
And so I'm gonna say salute to your parents. God bless their soul.
My mom is a single mom, actually. Single mom of 8.
Oh, single mom. Okay, so to get y'all here, to get y'all there, basketball practice, baseball, football practice, this, that, and third. It had to be a lot of discipline in your household.
Oh yes.
And so with you being the oldest, how did you balance, basketball life, education life, community life, and home life? Like, how was that balance for you?
Oh, at first it was not easy because the discipline was not there. Like I say, at home, we're like, okay, you have to be there for your sisters and brothers. When mom at work, you gotta step up. You know what I'm saying? So at home it came, but in basketball, it was harder for me to be disciplined than it was at home because, like I said, coming from 9th grade into high school, especially playing junior varsity, it was days where I didn't want to practice, and I wasn't disciplined off the bat. It was days where, me and my coach got into it. I didn't feel like practicing. I didn't practice. My attitude had to shift. And I can say that my family they helped me with that. Because I know my mom, she stayed on us like, Tyasia, even when you don't want to do, you got to do it. Just like me, I'm a mom. So even when I don't want to, I have to because I got you guys. So me being disciplined at home it carried over into basketball. And I say maybe about my 10th grade year is when I started to realize, like, Tyasia, they're watching you. Tyasia, you, even when you don't want to do, you have to do it. Tyasia, you have to practice. Tyasia, you saying you want to go overseas. You saying you want this full ride. You saying you want this. You say, you know, you have your brothers and sisters looking up to you. So at some point in time, it's going to have to click, like, get it together. So I would say, yeah, my 10th grade year is when it really kicked in. I got into one heated discussion with my coach where I walked off the court. I've never done it in my life. Where I walked off the court and I was like, you know what, forget it. I quit. I can't do this. You know, you're always on my back, this. And she came in and she explained to me, she was like, Tyasia, if a coach is on you, that's a good thing. Now, when a coach is quiet, that's when you start to worry. And that stuck with me. Like, just, it stuck with me. Until then, like, since then, it's just been like, okay, I get it. You know, I get it.
Okay. And so, now you went to community college first. Is that a regular community college or is that a junior college? It's
a community college.
Okay.
Pearl River Community College is located in Poplarville, Mississippi.
Okay. So tell us about that experience from the transition to the high school to the collegiate level and the class load and dealing with girls that come from all over the United States of America. Right. You know, because you know, it's one thing to deal with the girls in their own time that you know, your teammates' own time, but when you have girls from different walks of life and some may be not as fortunate as you, or some may kind of vibe with you because y'all the same, but some may just be snobby and preppy. So, so how did you balance all that out and still play to the high standards, you know, what they recruited you for, and as well as, you know, at least obtain, you know, a good grade point average on the collegiate level?
Well, like I said, I come from a small town. So, like, I didn't want to go to, like, a huge school because I didn't want to feel overwhelmed. So, Pearl River is not too big. It's not too small. And the town is very family-oriented. That's what drew me to Pearl River. It's very family-oriented. So, actually, some of the girls that were on my team, I played against in high school or I played with on AAU teams in the community. So, I knew a few of them. But, like, actually, like, just being with them and on the team with them was different. Of course, you know, we're ladies, so everybody has different attitudes, this, that, and the third. So my freshman year, we all learned how to handle each other. Because in the class, in the dorm room and on the court, it's like you're handling two different people. Because it was in some practices where, you know, you get physical. You know, we gonna talk stuff, we gonna do this, that, third, but outside them lines, I can say that I made my true friends in junior college, and I'm still friends with them to this day, actually. But they taught me the true meaning of discipline as well, because my freshman year at Pearl River, it was kind of rocky at first, and then with me, that was like my first time ever just being away from home. It's 2 hours away from Camden, but to me that was kind of long because, like I said, I have more freedom, and I've never been away from home, you know, as much as I was in college. So they became my family. In those hard times where, you know, I felt like I can't be the captain, y'all, or I wasn't vocal, because this is my coach be I'm like, Tyasia, you're the captain, you be vocal, you handle this. And at times I felt like I can't do this. I don't want to do this. I don't want nobody to be mad at me. You know what I'm saying? But like I said, they taught me how to stand up for myself, how to be more vocal. They taught me discipline. And I wouldn't trade Scotty Fletcher and those girls for nothing in the world.
Okay. And so, you know, upon that, the transfer came in where you left there and went through, it's Bethel University, correct?
Yes. And I found out about Bethel through my assistant coach at Pearl River, Joanna Ortiz. She actually attended Bethel, and, you know, when the time came, she was telling me about it. And so that was a big change as well, because Bethel is in McKenzie, Tennessee, which is 4.5 hours away where I'm from. So now I'm going even further. And now this is a university, so it is a bit bigger. And again, there was a lot expected of me. So I had to, like, turn my game up. I had to be more tougher on the mental side because, again, coach was definitely on me. And transitioning to Bethel, I did get homesick because I didn't have a car. So I couldn't go to and from home, you know, like I wanted to. Mom couldn't come get me, you know, like she wanted to. And in those times that I got homesick, it kind of triggered over into basketball. So transitioning from Prairie River to Bethel, that is where I had to learn, like, okay, you can't mix, personal life with basketball, because basketball is your peace. So when you are having, personal problems in your personal life, you come to basketball to relieve those things. So you can't be emotional while playing. You can't be emotional in practice because, one, you're the captain, Ty. You have these girls looking up to you. You have to be strong. You have to be positive, this, that, and the third. And that's where prayer kicked in. And I'm a prayer woman. That's where prayer kicks in. But Chris Nelson was my college coach at Bethel University, and I promise you, I love that man to this day. He's my second father. We are still in contact, but he was hard on me. But it's how he was hard on me. That's what stick with me, because I have a problem with plays. Like I had to learn like over 100 and something plays going to Bethel. But me, I just be playing off the fly sometimes. So it's kind of hard for me to learn plays. But the way that he helped me to learn those plays is what got me, like, you're a coach that cares. Like, he printed multiple small courts on pieces of paper and would have me come in times of study hall and just like, okay, I'm supposed to go here, 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 here. And just how he took his time with me and sat down and was patient, I love him for that, because you don't have most coaches that will do that, especially with transfer.
Okay. And so let's go back to community college. So what was your average at community college for the years you was there?
Oh, I averaged
points, rebounds, assists, steals,
I
block
averaged
shots.
I averaged about 12 my freshman year, 12 points and probably 10 rebounds. I would have at least 2 blocks per game and about 2 assists. And as I got to my sophomore year, of course, those numbers increased. And I remember one game, I had this thing where I only played in high top, because I can't play in low tops, y'all. They hurt me, this, then third. But one game I forgot my shoes, and I had no choice but to play in low tops. And I promise you, that was the best game that I had at Pearl River. And I had 16 and 16 that games with 3 blocks. So I was proud of myself.
Okay. So you transferred to Bethel, and you got this coach that you kind of work with you, kind of work with you mentally, emotionally, and on the side of where you understood the game more.
Yes.
So a coach kind of taught you how to coach yourself.
Yes.
Okay, and so with that being said, with you learning the game on multiple angles in different ways, how did that learning, kind of transition to what you did on the court? If you can talk about that a little bit.
One, like I said, like I explained the story with the plays, I was definitely able to do more because now I know the plays, you know what I'm saying? I'm not just winging it. And 2, it's like everything slowed down in the game, because I know basketball is such a fast game, but from my angle, at first, how he explained to me, because I moved too fast, and that's how I was missing layups. That's how I was getting easy turnovers. And he was just like, Ty, slow down. You know things, you're going too fast. So as I slowed down, I paid more attention to the game. So now I see that this spot is opening versus rushing there, you know what I'm saying? Or now I can see how I can get an easy backdoor cut versus, cutting up or something of that nature. So him being patient with me helped me slow the game down, helped me realize more, and I don't know. It just came to me. It just came natural after that.
Okay, so how many points did you average? Because I read that you was the single season,
I averaged the most blocks in a single season.
Right,
yes,
right.
About a good. Now my freshman year, this is gonna sound crazy. Not my freshman year, my junior year, I was coming off the bench, and coach was like, why he tried to start me, but I had to explain to him, coming from Mississippi to Tennessee, I had told him, I was like, I like coming off the bench. I get to see the game, before I actually get in, this, that, third. He was like, Ty, that's crazy. He was like, just get in and just play, just play your game. So when I started, I was very nervous, because I was like, okay, now, like, it's finna get real. Like, what do I do? I was overthinking a little bit too much, but as things progressed on, like I said, the game just flowed naturally. I started averaging 14 points, 12 rebounds, and then some games it would be higher, 17 points, 17 rebounds, like 3 blocks, 4 blocks. Like, It was nice. It was.
Oh, okay. That's very interesting. And you know, you went to community college, then you transferred to a university. And after leaving the university, was there ever any thoughts of any of the WNBA draft or did your agent or what was the reason why you didn't go to the WNBA? Or is there any reason?
No, it's not any reason. The opportunity just wasn't presented to me. Now, if that opportunity is presented to me, I would definitely go, to play in the WNBA. But I love overseas. I get to see the world, meet new people, and still, doing what I love. I love playing overseas because, like, you get to experience different things as far as living, as far as culture, And I love that. I learned so much, like from the Armenians when I was over there, from the Dominicans, just being able to live how they live. Like coming from America, we are spoiled. We are very much spoiled. So just being able to see things from their aspect of life, I love it. I absolutely love it.
Okay. Back to you, Icon.
Okay, so he took a couple of my questions, but it's but anyway, so basically, you won several championships. So how many championships have you actually won?
I only won 2. Actually, I won one at Bethel in 2020, and then I just recently won one in Santiago, Dominican Republic, which was amazing.
Okay, so out of two championships, were those the only 2 times you actually made it to the title game, or have you made it to the title game more than those?
Actually, we made the playoffs in high school. I led my team to the playoffs in high school, but we did not make it. We lost to Choctaw Central. At Pearl River, no, we did not make the playoffs at Pearl River, not that I can think of. And then at Bethel, we made the playoffs and we ended up winning. My junior year, we did not, but my senior year, we did, and that was amazing. So it's been a couple times I've actually been in the playoffs, like almost there, and didn't get it, but I was so ecstatic to get it at Bethel and definitely get this one overseas. It means a lot, man. God is real.
So title games itself, the 2 times you made it to the actual title game, you won both times.
Yes.
Okay. So basically, the experience that you had the first time, let's just go to the first championship. What was the grind like? What was it like? Put it like this, were y'all a team at the time that was favored to get there, or was y'all underdogs? What was the scenario behind it?
Yes. At Bethel, we were definitely the underdogs. We proved to a lot of people, like, look, we here, we can do it, and we did it. Now, don't get me wrong, that road to the championship, it was something. Like adversity hit us between, arguments within the team, long practices, us being mad at coach, but all in all, in the end at Bethel, when I say that me and the girls, like, I would not trade that team for nothing in the world. We all came together when the time was right. Like, look, y'all, put all that to the side. We on a mission. We on a mission. When I say we loved each other, I love Bethel. And it was kind of like that in the Dominican Republic because it was a time, 2 games actually, where we only played with 5 people. The first game that we played with 5 people, we were with them neck and neck, and they ended up taking off in the 4th quarter, and we lost by 9. The second game that we played with 5 people, we were neck and neck again, and we ended up winning by a buzzer beater, which was awesome. That the adrenaline that I had during that game, man, it was awesome. It was awesome.
So y'all was playing when you was in the Dominican Republic. Y'all was playing a series. So
yes.
Y'all was doing like best 2 out of 3.
Yes.
Okay. So how hard is it mentally, or even physically, when you playing at a high level, when you know you're not going to be subbed out? Did you know that going into the game that you would?
I didn't. Well, see, we didn't start off with just 5 people. Throughout the season, something happened and we just end up having 5 people for only those 2 games because, like, when the championship came, we had our full roster back. But I did not expect those to only play with 5. But before every game, of course, we pray extra hard before that game. So I had to mentally prepare myself because we played with 5 power forwards. I had to run point guard. I've never ran point a day in my life, and I had 31 points and 10 rebounds that game.
So was it ever a point during the game that you were like, looking at coach like I need a sub because you know how that.
Nope, I couldn't. I know. We came together like, look, y'all, we got this. We got this.
So,
Okay. Go ahead,
31 points and 10 rebounds.
Yes.
Hey man, you was shooting that thing, boy, like a 7.7 hit, boy. Look at him, boy.
Yes, that was an amazing game. That was an amazing game.
Playing the 5 most of your career and then got to run the point. You got to handle the ball.
When
you got to
when I said they looked at me, they was like, okay, Ty, you got to run. Because I was the smallest power forward. It was like, okay, Ty, you got to run point. When I say I was nervous, I was like, God, you got this. Because, yeah, I've never done this. I'm nervous, but, you know, I'm going to play. And when I say that was one of my best games over there, one of the best, I had nobody to thank but God. One of these best games that I had over there.
Okay, so you had like a reverse Magic Johnson moment instead of you.
Yes.
You had your Magic Johnson moment. In that particular game, the female that was guarding you, did you know that you could dominate her, or was it one of those things you was just zoned out and was just playing?
Actually, the female that was guarding me, she had wonderful defense. Her name is Tyasia Johnson. She is a phenomenal player. She had great defense. Man, when I say that game right there came naturally, it came because I was just hooping. I was just doing what I know how to do.
Now, when you on the court, do you talk junk? Do you talk?
I don't talk junk. I don't talk junk unless they start with me. I'm not the one to start it. But if she started, when my opponent started, then hey, it's up and it's stuck then.
So
have you ever had a moment on the court where it almost led to some fisticuffs, or it got a
yes, we were playing Loyola, and when I was at Bethel, we were playing Loyola, and it was my teammate actually that got into it with one of the girls, and all of us just.
Now hold on, when you say Loyola, is that Loyola Marymount where Hank Gathers came from, or that another Loyola?
The one in New Orleans.
Okay, I think that's the West Coast. Yeah, okay, it's a different one. Okay.
Yeah. It was awesome. It was like I got heated between her and my teammate. And so me and the rest of my teammates are trying to go there. And then her teammates came and everybody just started yeah. So the Rails had to come in and just break us up. So yeah, that was kind of the only real physical altercation that I've really just had with the basketball. But like I said, I don't talk smack unless they start with me. So yeah.
Now,
I did this. What I'm gonna say. What you saying, you don't talk smack like that. I seen Kevin Garnett podcast, right? And he said he was just talking junk to Tim Duncan the whole night. And every time Tim, handle him, do him, Tim will look at him like, I got you.
Yeah, I've done that too.
He said all Tim said was the whole night, I got you. And he said, man, Tim had 37, 10, 4, and 5. And he was like, this dude just ain't did nothing but stare at me the whole game. And every now and then he said, I got you. So you had that type of game.
Yeah.
Kill him quietly like Tim Duncan. Which is my favorite power forward of all time, for real.
I'm a Kevin Durant fan.
Crybaby season. That's all I can say about him.
So you said Kevin Durant your favorite all-time player, or power forward or whatever.
Yeah. I don't know if all time. I have to think of my all-time player.
Okay, who's your all-time? I guess you want to say WNBA player.
Cynthia Cooper, Diana Taurasi.
Okay, yeah, Diana Taurasi. That's my girl right there. I used to have a crush on her back in the day.
No, I like Cheryl Swoops. I like Cheryl Swoops.
I always loved it. Swinton Cash and Candace Dupree.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So basically, let me ask you this question. So basically, we know with the NBA, with the American NBA, WNBA, when you getting basically looked at to go into their league, you got to go through the whole, I guess you want to say NBA combine or WNBA type workouts and all this stuff and get an agent and things of that nature.
Yeah.
As far as when you're going overseas, is it a different process?
No, you still have to get an agent. They just basically help you get to where you want to get. You have to have your highlight tape, of course, a great resume, and just get your name out there. Your agent helps you get your name out there.
Okay, so at any point, do you feel like you would want to come back and at least try it in WNBA?
Oh yeah, for sure.
Dominating You over there dominating overseas, so it seems like it's time for you to get over here. You know, in these states.
For sure, I would love to be in the WNBA here. I would love it. Yes, for sure.
So is that something that you and your agent is going to discuss if you have not discussed it?
Yes, definitely, definitely.
Okay, so what time is you overseas right now?
I am not. I just made it home last night, actually, and it is.
Okay.
Yeah, but when I was in the Dominican, we were only an hour ahead. So like when it's 9 here, it's just 10 there. But now when I was in Yerevan, Armenia, it was the whole night and day thing. So that was something that I had to get adjusted to, because like when I first went over there, it's 3 o'clock in the morning and I'm just wide awake. Like so I definitely had to get adjusted to that. But it wasn't bad. It wasn't hard adjusting.
Okay. Now food wise, what's the food, especially in Armenia? What's their food?
Now that was different. I had one woman in the supermarket try to sell me a whole stingray. They was just wrapped in saran wrap, and she tried to sell me a whole stingray. The food,
fish?
Yes. The food in Armenia.
What? Have mercy.
The food in Armenia, I didn't like it. I'm not gonna lie to you. I didn't. It wasn't my cup of tea, but luckily, coming from
so what you ate over there?
Rice, chicken, fries, pizza. But one of my teammates, she actually played in the Dominican with me as well. Allie Taylor. She's a wonderful, phenomenal basketball player. She's a chef. So when we were in the Dominican, in Armenia, we made it work. You know, we went and got we made Alfredo. She made some potatoes, some nice eggs. You know, that was where we really had to just cook. But in the Dominican, the food was amazing.
Of course it is.
The food was wonderful. We went to this one spot where like it was a variety of food trucks with different food, and it was good. It was so good.
Listen, man. When I lived in that Fort Lauderdale, Miami area, I used to go to the Spanish restaurant, the Dominican zone, and then I messed around and had a friend. They was from the Dominican Republic. I have never went to his mama or his grandma house where they didn't have something on the stove. I'm trying to tell you,
man. What? And then look, I went. My teammate, she told me, she was like, "Hey, let's go try something." I was like, "Okay, cool." And we ended up going to this Cuban restaurant, and I tried Cuban food for the first time.
Really delicious.
Delicious. Yeah, it was delicious. I loved
it. So basically, with the ladies, all the men that want to come over, that want to play overseas, and you know, we here in the States, we get different stories, like we got with Brittany Griner and different things going on. So for you and your teammates or the other players that's over there, what's your biggest thing as far as how you move around in these countries?
Of course, we travel in packs, because like in Armenia, they wasn't too fond of Americans. Some of them, not all of them. So we always travel in packs. I never went anywhere by myself, just for the sake of you're in a whole other country. You know what I'm saying? So you never know what's going to happen, when it's going to happen. So like I said, we always travel in packs. Same way in the DR, we always travel together. Nobody never went nowhere by themselves. Better safe than sorry. We didn't have any issues or anything, but you know, we as ladies, we're being very precautious. So I didn't never experience anything dangerous or unlawful or anything in either country. I've had a great experience in both.
Okay, so by you saying that, in other words, you never experienced any racial tension.
I did sometimes.
Okay.
Yeah, I did in Armenia. You know, you can ask for something. Of course, we didn't know their language. Google Translate, you know, is my best friend. But in Armenia, you know, we will ask them something, and either they wouldn't answer, or they'll give us this nasty look. You know, we know what that means. You know, so. But in the DR, I really did not experience anything racial within the DR, because everybody was friendly. Honestly, everybody really was friendly. But in Armenia, I didn't have too many instances like that, so it wasn't constant. But every now and then, we would experience a little bit here and there.
Mm-hmm. Now, DR don't really get cold.
No, the weather is phenomenal. I love it. Oh, it's beautiful, hot. Great weather, great food. I loved it.
But what's the main
So
thing y'all did? Oh, okay, go ahead, Jay.
this what I want to say about the DR. Because I'm familiar with me living in South Florida. A lot of them are in South Florida. So what I can say in South Florida, I know people who was born and raised in the DR that look like all of us, like look
That
like you
is the
actually
main
look.
thing that we had. Like, I promise you, I'm still in awe because me and my teammates, when we first got there, people would walk up to us and just start talking in Spanish, and we had to
Mhm.
realize like we look alike. You know what I'm saying? Like you have
Yeah,
you look
yeah,
just like a normal African American, and
man.
like you would think that they from the States, and they'll come up and they'll be like, no English, no English. And it was a
They
lot of times where we had to tell them like poquito español, just a little bit, but I'm not Dominican. And I was in awe about that because I'm just like, wow, no, this is something.
Man, I tell people all the time, man. I had a older Spanish lady told me, and she spoke little English, but she spoke a little bit, but you can understand her.
Yeah.
She said, "Me, you, we look alike. Your grandmother probably look like my grandmother." She
Yep.
said, "We just the people that didn't make it over. That's all."
Mm,
Yep.
mm,
That's exactly what she told me.
Yep.
mm.
And
Because
she's
because
absolutely
when
right.
when I used to be like in Publix in Fort Lauderdale and I look at them, I'm like, and they speak nothing but Spanish. I'm like,
Nothing,
they
nothing but
look just
Spanish.
like us. They look
Yes,
just like us.
yes. And you know what? That is the main thing that we kept saying, like, y'all, they look like us. And like it's crazy. They speak Spanish, like, and the way that they speak, their whole culture is amazing. I would go back. I would. It is amazing there. I loved it.
Yeah, what's the main thing you like to do over there? Like, what was your go-to thing when you off?
Uh, Actually, the house that we were staying in, it had an immaculate view and it had a rooftop. So I would just love to, like, I would be on the rooftop. Not if I'm not doing like a little simple workout, just sitting and enjoying nature. Because like I know, like I have to tell myself like, man, you're really in a whole other country. So like just sitting, meditating, enjoying nature. It's beautiful there. I mean, like of course, we went out, we did activities like sightsee, go downtown, explore the market, things of that nature. But just to sit and look at the whole city and just be like, I'm blessed. I did that
Mhm.
so many times. Like I'm really blessed, and it is so peaceful. It's really peaceful out there. Like I didn't like, of course, like I stay in Mississippi, so they hunt and things of that nature. You hear people shooting, all that, none of that. Like it's genuinely peaceful.
Okay. So one last question, and you don't got to tell me specifically how much you make, but what's just for people that want to come over there, players that want to come over there. What's the range for the W for the players or the feet the late the
Well, of course, you always have to start somewhere. So you can start anywhere from 604 to 600, and it's levels. So like the better leagues that you go to, the more money that you get. So it's like overseas, you start low and you just build. You go to better teams, better leagues, and as you go to better teams and these better leagues in Spain, Europe, Australia, you get paid more. So, and also it depends on your performance. You're a great player, man. You finna go somewhere where you finna get banked.
Okay, so what would be like the highest paid probably female athlete over there? Over that you
That
talk.
I know of, probably a good. Well, the people, my friends in my circle, maybe a good. My friends are like at 2 grand, 2,500, and they've been playing for about overseas. They've been playing for about a good 2.5, 3 years. And as I said, like you keep building. So each team that you go to, the league is better, the competition is better, and you get paid more.
How many games how many games y'all play per season?
It varies because I was in the DR for like a month and a half. We only played 12 to 15 games.
Okay,
But
so
yeah, you have like my friend now, she's in Albania and she's still playing. So like I said, different countries and different leagues, it all varies.
so you basically play like different leagues all year long. So you
No, we're
catch the
actually
league.
in the I play in the TSF Superior League,
Mhm.
and we play like three games a week maybe. It was all close together, but I know I have some friends that play one game every other week or 2 games. Like I said, it varies, but I just finished up playing 15 games. So, and I know teams that play more. One of my homegirls, she's not coming home till the end of May. So everything overseas varies with the different leagues that you have.
Now, for you, do you would prefer to play like all the time, or do you like to take breaks, or how do you do?
I definitely would like to play all the time.
Okay. Well, I appreciate you coming on.
No
you
problem.
have any questions, Jacob?
Nah, man. I just want to stay in contact with you, man, and
Most definitely.
and hope to see you in WNBA. And
For sure.
and one last question for you. So, any period for time that you're home, will you be running any camps for the youth since you are a professional athlete?
I have not had in mind. I'm a personal trainer as well. I haven't had any in mind any camps, but I do plan on doing a health fair for the youth and bringing people such as I have a trainer myself, Robert Gibson. He is a bodybuilder as well. I have other guys and female friends that play overseas, and I have friends who are doctors. So I just want to bring them out and inform the youth about the health side of basketball, what it takes to be that, to be healthy, what do you have to do, what do you have to eat, dieting and things of that nature. So I do plan on doing that in July.
Well, I would like to plug you with one of my good friends, Shantay Willis, that played in the WNBA for about 14 years.
Okay.
She played with the Lynx, Atlanta Storm. She played with the Liberty, and so she's now back home in South Carolina, and she's athletic director, Richard Northeast in Columbia, South Carolina now.
Really?
But yeah. So I can definitely plug with her, and she runs a big AAU program where she have over 50 girls in like 3 different teams.
Wow. Okay. Yes, that would be awesome. Yes, I would love that.
Yeah. So I would definitely like to plug you in.
Okay. Thank you. I appreciate it.
No doubt.
Yeah, so we definitely appreciate you coming on. You're a busy lady, and you probably, you're just getting home. I know you want to spend time with your family and your friends, catch up, do all that kind of good stuff. So, but we definitely appreciate you coming on, and I just pray for your to keep moving the way you moving, because the way you dominated the championship game was inspiring, and for you to say you had to play a whole different position and for y'all to win, and that just shows the sacrifice and your dedication to winning, or whatever that you took on that role and dominated in that position that you took on. So that let me know that you are definitely a natural athlete in what you do.
Thank you guys so much, and I appreciate you guys as well. I've enjoyed this time with you guys. So anytime, feel free to reach out. I do not mind at all. I actually, like I said, I love meeting you guys. I've enjoyed this podcast, and I'm wishing the both of you nothing but success.
All right, appreciate it.
So much. Appreciate it.
You're welcome. Thank you.
Love the rest of your week.
Yes, sir.
Blessings.
We got the good vibe, got the 1942 pouring in my cup. In the session, real loud, good gas, yeah, you know we about to roll it up. Bring the bottles to the session, big tab, go ahead and just live it up. Get lit one night, after that,